so we're there.
Yeah.
Alright, bro, so we're back with the boss, Daniel, with another one. So we interview amazing people. We interview amazing people who does amazing things. So that's why he's here, because he's amazing.
Far too kind.
So, introduce yourself, bro, as in what you do as a whole and stuff like that.
Okay, so my name is Daniel Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
I am originally from Paterson, New Jersey. And what do? That's a loaded question. I'm currently a senior law clerk at the firm of Joseph and Newensberg in New York City. We are an employment law firm defending people with various violations according to Title VII. So Title VII will include race, national origin, sexual harassment, gender, sexual preference, disability, and religion.
Really? Oh, in New York?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The firm has offices in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Massachusetts, but the hub of the firm, if you will, is in New York.
Okay, gotcha. So what made you wanted to be a lawyer and stuff?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I wanted to be a lawyer from I was 7 years old. I saw Johnny.
7?
Yeah, I saw Johnny Cochran. I was watching a
Cochran.
documentary on A&E or something from the
Yeah.
OJ trial.
And way back then.
Yeah, and I saw how Johnny Cochran was moving in the courtroom and how he had swag and aura to him, and I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted.
That's what you want to do. So, what about it make you want to is it the way how he dominated the trial? Is it the way how he moved? What was it make you so that's exactly what I want to be like? What was that feeling?
It was the way that he carried himself and the way he presented himself, and then just he was so articulate and well thought out, sharply dressed, and I was like, oh wow, that's a sharp, intelligent black man.
I see that now. No, because all right, guys, this guy is an elder for a church, right? And then whatever it's something last minute for him to speak, it's like, yo, Daniel, can you speak on this? And he the words that come out of his mouth is like poetry. I don't know how he does it, but Iman just do it, dog. You see me? And he's also you preach all the time too, as well. So that's a part of it.
I've started to do a little bit of preaching.
Bro, it's amazing how you educate your what's the word I'm looking for? Is that E word? Educate yourself or
I can convey a message fairly decently.
Wow.
To be honest, it's not really something I knew about when I was a kid. I remember Sister Pierre from church was like, Children's Day is coming up, and we want Daniel to speak. In those days, I'm a bit older, so
yeah.
In those days,
How old were you then?
9.
9.
So no one went to the child to ask if they would like to do something.
Right.
She went to my mother and say, I would like Daniel to speak. My mother, without speaking to me, confirmed Daniel will speak. And
that's the reality.
Right, and then my mother told me that evening, hey, in a month, you're going to speak.
Really?
So Sister Pierre wrote the sermon for me. And then I would go to her house after school during the week and practice.
Okay.
And so that happened, like I said, around 9. And then the following year they asked me to go again, and then they kind of continually graduated, if you will, to where I was kind of speaking with more regularity. So it was through that now that I kind of realized, okay, I'm kind of okay with putting words together and conveying the message.
Gotcha.
Right.
And then you saw the guy for the OJ case before that or after that?
It was actually during the same time, because I was 7 when I saw him, and then she asked me, I think, between 8 and 9. So it was like all around. It wasn't too much of a gap in between. But yeah, it was all around the same time. But at the time I was speaking is when I just kind of realized, okay, this is what lawyers do. They speak for people, and so it's not a bad practice.
All right, so I want you to take me back, all right? Take me back to the young 7-year-old Daniel. I want to know how you grew up into your like kind of your journey to how you reached to be a senior lawyer at your firm, right? Because this is my goal. I would love for someone to see themselves in you at that 7-year-old age or 14-year-old age, and they're at their breaking point, and they see and then them see themselves in you and know that, yo, I can't give up. I need to go further. Okay. So how did you grow up? Like where were you born? You were born in America, in Jamaica. Like where were you born?
By that time, I had more hair up here than down here. But I was originally born in America. I was born in Hackensack Hospital, the same hospital as my oldest daughter, who's eavesdropping. And then at 4 months old, my paternal grandmother took me back to Jamaica to spend around 3 years. So I learned how to walk and talk over there. Right before I was about to start school is when my mother and my father came and got me.
Bring it back, okay.
Because my sister is 7 years older than me, and both my parents were working at the time, so they really had no one to look out for me, watch me. And my grandmother, at the time, she had retired. Her and my grandfather had moved back to Jamaica from England. So my father, to go even further back, my father left Jamaica when he was, I think, 9, which is probably about 6 years after independence. And he lived in England up until he was 25.
Oh wow, okay.
So then my grandparents migrated back to Jamaica in the late 80s. And then I was born 1990. And so thereafter my grandmother was home, retired, and I spent a lot of formative years there, and also going forward in my summers I would always go there for school would finish like June 21st, and I was on the plane June 23rd.
For like 2 months, right?
And then school starts September 4th. I came back September 1st.
Yeah.
So it was always the whole entire summer in Jamaica. Every once in a while, my grandmother came up here and spent the time, but 90% of the time I was in Jamaica. So to kind of talk to the formative, or what kind of got me into it, it was like I said, seeing Johnny Carper move and all that. And then my parents were also really big on education. My grandmother's favorite thing was don't stay up late at night to watch people on TV because they already made it in life.
Jeez, wow.
You need to make it in life, so go to sleep so you can wake up with a fresh mind. And both of my parents were really big on education. My mother was an elementary school educator in Jamaica before she moved to America. What? And my father was an accountant in England. And so there was school was the end all be all.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, there was a teacher strike around 1999 or 2000. And the teachers were picketed in front of the school. So they literally sent out a letter saying, hey, if you send
in Jamaica or in
No,
England?
in America.
In America, okay.
Patterson. They literally sent out an announcement saying, hey, we are not having school. You can send your child here, but they're literally going to sit inside a conference room.
What?
Or in the gym, just waiting for the day to finish.
Yeah.
So I told that to my mother, and she didn't believe that was accurate. So she actually went down to the school, saw the teachers in the picket line, went past the picket line, spoke to the principal. She was like, the teachers are striking right now, so you can put your child in here. We'll watch them until 3 o'clock, but there's no instruction. But that's how much she thought of education. Was like, I don't believe you don't have school today. I need to go find out. Yeah. She went to late work that day just to find out if there really is no school today. So me and my older sister, we grew up in a house where education was always paramount. And so she always, for me, my mother always forced me to read.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't really something I enjoyed doing. Gotcha. But I had no choice. Yeah. And so that kind of environment kind of always fostered me to be inquisitive and to ask about certain things. And so that's kind of developed into, because I always had to read, therefore I was kind of decent with speaking. So that's because I was okay with putting words together, and that's why at church, as you say, they will always say, hey, Daniel, come and speak.
Come and speak.
Right, because from an early age, I had kind of figured out how to put words together, so they always wanted me to put words together. Gotcha.
So were you a rebellious, because it seems like maybe your parents were very strict on education. I mean, they're very strict. overall, or they were very laid back, or?
Oh no, they were as strict as possible.
Strict as possible.
Yeah.
So were you like a rebellious kid, like?
Very.
Really?
Very. Oh yeah, yeah.
Like if your parents say, "Hey, go right," you're gonna go left.
I was the reason why they put phones in the classrooms. Because how it happened was my father.
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. My father was a truck driver, and at the
Yes.
time, cell phones had just kind of started to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used to cause so much trouble in the classrooms that they wanted direct contact to my father. Because my mother worked at Stearns, which is a department store, an old department store in Jersey, in the back office.
Yeah.
And my father was, like I said, truck driver for FedEx.
Right.
So the teacher used to call literally from the classroom
Your
to my
father.
father directly. So by the time I got home and my father met me home, he already knew what I did during the day. There was a time in the 5th grade,
Yeah.
I was sent to the principal's office every single day. The entire 80 days we were in school,
Yeah.
I was sent to the principal's office sans the last day of the school year.
Really?
Every single day. My teacher said I was being disruptive and I caused other people.
But what was it though? Like why being like older now, looking back, like what do you think was that like? Okay, yo, I had to rebel. Like,
You know what? Looking back at it, it wasn't really like rebelling, but I realized that at the time we had oversized classrooms. So like when I was in school, there was like 45 of us in the classroom with one teacher. So they had to teach the curriculum at a level to where everyone can catch it.
Yeah.
And because of that, I kind of figured out that the work wasn't the hardest, and I didn't need to devote much attention to the work.
Yeah.
So because
Yeah.
what started to happen was, say we had like a 40-minute segment of instruction, I realized that I only needed 10 minutes
To do the
the
thing.
work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for the first 30 minutes, I'm talking, I'm telling jokes, I'm laughing with other people because I know that I only need 10 minutes to put this on paper
I get
and
that.
get this done.
I get that. Yeah. It's like your brain works so fast. You already know what.
Right.
So you just peer rumping like.
And so what happened was the teachers would think that I was like being disruptive, but the real thing was the fact that I just got my work done faster, so I knew
how to
play around.
Okay, so after like growing up a little bit and high school, were you still pursuing law, or did that change a little bit?
No, actually it never changed. It's so fun. Like even when I went to high school, it was still having the law in my mind, and in college, I never. I don't know. It was something that kind of came to me when I was a kid, and it never really wavered or changed after that.
So your mom was an accountant. That means your dad was an accountant, and your mom was a school teacher. That means like you kind of grew up wealthier than most, then, right?
Actually, no, because they were both in their professions in Jamaica for my mother and England for my father.
Oh.
So what happened is in America now, in order to proceed in those professions, they would have to go back to school and do other things. So my father just came here, and delivering packages was a decent way to make a living.
So why did he move from England though?
Well, my father has a prior marriage and an older son.
Gotcha.
And his ex-wife and son migrated to Connecticut in the mid-'80s. So he didn't want to be across the right.
Gotcha.
So that's why he said, well, if you guys are going to come there,
that's what's up.
I'll come. His older brother at the time was living in the Bronx. So he came over here to live with his older brother, and then developed a stay and eventually moved to Patterson.
Yeah.
And then at Patterson's when he met my mother. So
gotcha.
yeah, so in their capacities in their respective countries, it would have been quite different than what ended up happening.
So how did you guys even afford to? Because I know law school is expensive to go to.
A lot of student loans.
A lot of student loans.
A lot of student loans.
Are you still working with them right now?
Yeah, Mr. Biden was trying to work out something with me.
Yeah.
It's kind of on pause now because Mr. Trump is in office. So we'll see in the next 2 years how they go.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But it was really student loans, and the gap, of course, was made up by my parents when they had to cover living expenses and to eat and that sort of thing. But it was really like my parents didn't have it to send me to school, But they was like,
making that sacrifice.
hey, if you
because
want
they
to do
believed
it,
in education.
right? If you want to do it, we're gonna help you do it.
Was there like a pressure though? Because I would feel like there may be a little pressure on you to like, yo, I have to get this done because they're sacrificing a lot. For me.
It was.
You know, and then like, was there a part in your journey where it's like, yo, it doesn't even seem like it's even happening, and then like all the money that already invested is wasted?
Oh, several times. There was
Really?
a time. So if I was to go back, the first time was when I was in college. There was about 3 semesters where I couldn't financially clear for the next semester. So like,
so say it again.
So like in college, when I went to Oakwood University. So what would happen is at the end of the summer, or even at the end of the semester, you have to have your money paid up for the next semester. Otherwise, you couldn't leave your things inside the dorm because they weren't sure you would come back. Right.
Oh.
So there was 3 times in a row where the next summer I didn't know if I was coming back. I didn't have the money paid for coming back. Or the fall. So what would happen was I would put my belongings in my friends' rooms. Like I would put some of my stuff in one friend room, another friend room, and then throughout the break of the semester, my parents would try to work out the money to get me cleared. So when I would come back, then I could take my stuff back from my friends. So that went on for like, I went to Oakwood for 3 years. I started in community college first and then transferred in. And
which community college you went to?
I went to Passaic County Community College.
Oh, okay.
Downtown Patterson.
Yeah. Did that 2 years or one? 1 year, okay.
I did 1 year, and I did a summer in my junior year of college in order to finish on time.
Finish on time,
yeah,
gotcha.
To finish in 4 years. But, yeah, so it was quite difficult because, again, they had modest means, so they really couldn't do... They did their best, but it was difficult. Right. So a lot of times, again, like I said, it was trouble getting cleared and finding out, there's $4,500 I guess that needs to get paid next week for me to go to school. How are we going to get that done? There was some times when I was literally, because my father used to make the drive because my mother's not a fan of drives.
Gotcha.
So it's a 13-and-a-half-hour drive from Patterson, New Jersey
to Oakwood. Oh, it's in Alabama.
Yeah, Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Oakwood.
OU.
Yeah.
So my father would literally, I would be driving and he'd be on the phone making calls, borrowing money, getting a partner draw, right?
Just so he can put you in the school.
That 13 hours. So when I got to Oakwood, he had the money to give the people to say, okay, he can go in. So a lot of times we would leave Patterson not having the money, and then over the course of the 13 hours, get the money.
But God.
Right. So so when you say what was the setbacks, there was quite a few setbacks, and then even getting into law school. Once I got into a law school and find out the cost was, when I was a student, it was $64,000 a year.
A year
to go to law school.
$64,000.
$64,000.
That's somebody's like yearly salary.
My father made a decent living in his country, and he never had $64,000 in his account. So it cost $64,000 to go to law school. It's 3 years of law school.
And that's after Oakwood.
After Oakwood.
So after Oakwood, how many years you have to be in college for?
After Oakwood, 3 years of law school.
3 years. I
tell people all the time.
So 60
for what it cost me to go to law school, I could have. It's a mortgage.
Bro, that's a house.
I'll do you one better. When I bought my first car after school, we were at the financing stage in buying the car with me and our team and my wife. And the guy was like, "Pull up your credit report." And he saw that I owed what I owed. He was like, "You went to law school or medical school?" And I said, "I went to law school, but how do you know?" He said, "That's the only thing that costs that much money in this country.
Yo.
It's either medical school or law school that costs that money."
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so the amount that I owe, it's literally a mortgage. But then
nothing in that journey, bro. So it's basically like a 7-year journey.
Correct.
In the middle of that journey, you never like, yo, this ain't worth it, bro. Like I gotta.
There was times when I didn't know. I wouldn't say if I didn't know if it was worth it, but I was questioning how am I going to do this? Because again, the money's a real thing.
So I knew my parents didn't have an abundance of money or any savings or credit cards to put these things on it. So I used to worry about how are we going to make it through the next, because also too, my parents had a home, they had car payments,
the other kids,
right? So
brothers,
it was
sisters,
like it's not like they could devote all their resources towards me,
right?
So most of my worry was like me being here. What is that costing them back at home? Which, like you said earlier, brings on the pressure. Because now I'm thinking I can't waste this opportunity because there's so much sacrifice that went into it.
Right. Wow, bro. And then, dang, bro. So, like, I'm sure now, be where you are right now, you just want to give everything to make your mom and father, like, just live.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like, is that one of your motivations now?
I'll tell you a little sappy story.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be in law school, and when we have exams, it was very difficult, right? Because how law school works is not like traditionally when you're in school.
Yeah.
So you'd have a class for 3 months, and there wouldn't be a single grade attributed to it.
Okay.
90% of your 10% was attendance, and the other 90% was the final exam.
Wow.
So
okay.
you would go the whole semester without getting a single grade.
Right.
So all your attention had to be in the final exam.
Yeah.
The final exams would be you're responsible for everything that was taught to you over the 3 months.
Okay.
You have 3.5 hours
to take the exam.
We'd walk in the room. They'll give you a question stimulus packet and an exercise book to answer in, and that was it.
Did they prep you before, or was there any question like, "Hey, here's a test exam," and then you can prepare for this new exam?
No.
So
you had no idea what they were pulling from and how they was pulling from.
Really?
Yes. So because of that, now again going back to the whole sacrifice thing, I had an iPod back then, and I had like a playlist of all songs about people talking about their mother. Like Kanye West, Boyz II Men, like every song
that Boyz II Men be hitting, bro.
Right. So anybody who wrote a song about their mother had a playlist, and that's what I would listen to while I was studying before doing my final exams, because
that's what's up.
The task was so daunting that I needed the extra motivation.
And you focus on your bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel
so
that.
To answer your question about do I feel like I need to give back? Yeah. Because throughout the whole process, it was always on my mind, because even now being a parent and seeing how finances work and seeing how sacrifice works, I realized that it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm in a better position than my parents were, but somehow they still figured out a way to make it
work. Bro, I'm gonna be being vulnerable. Like, I'm over here second guessing, because we're gonna send Nathaniel to Adventure School in the one in Waldwick. Yes, Waldwick. And it's $600 and something a month. And I'm second guessing that. And $600 something a month is like how much? Probably like 12 something a year. And I'm second guessing that. And I'm like, yo, maybe I shouldn't because he's so young. But I know that it's something that I probably need to do, because to invest in your child and stuff. But I don't know. But doing $64,000 brother, I would have been said, yo, go. Nathaniel, I'm sorry, but you gotta find something else.
My parents also sent me to Catholic school when I was a kid, even though we were, raised in an Adventist household.
Is there a reason behind that?
The Catholic schools were a bit more controlled. The curriculum was a bit different from the public schools in Patterson, and so that was a struggle too. It was around. If I misquoted my mother, she'll correct me. It was like $400 a month.
And that's back then.
Yeah, this was I was in high school from 2004 to 2008.
Bro, that's back then. That's more money than this.
It was $400 a month.
Yeah, bro.
And to speak about the sacrifice, there was a lot of times when it was my tuition or the mortgage, my tuition or the car payment.
Damn.
And there was a stretch. My senior year of high school in April, when I couldn't go to school because we owed money.
Yeah.
So they was like, you can't come back until you pay.
Pay it, yeah.
Not till years later I found out that my parents took the mortgage money
to pay the school money.
Like the house almost went into foreclosure. I remember when that period happened when we were in foreclosure, and I was trying to figure out what happened. But it was because.
But you were in high school, so how? So you were like
I was a senior.
Senior, so
I was about
like
to graduate.
18, 17.
I was 17.
So like, what made you know that it was in foreclosure? Like they told you, or?
Yeah, cause I started seeing the letters. I started seeing the word because my mother had lost her job the junior year of high school. The job relocated and she didn't move.
What?
So it was just my father. And then you could see things was going on.
Yeah,
like,
you can see the friction a little bit.
Right, you can see the friction. Sometimes the light would be cut off for like an hour, and then they got to turn it back on. The water would cut off, and then she got to call it. So I was starting to see.
Yeah, the evidence.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't go to Jamaica that summer, so it was like signs of something was going on.
So what were you doing as a 17-year-old boy at that time though? Like, what was your lifestyle at that time?
At that time, I was running track and field. I was involved in a couple of extracurricular activities at school, and I was doing fairly well. I was an honors student. I was involved in some honors programs at the school.
Yeah.
So I was doing all right, but again, it kind of came to a head when they told me, "Well, you can't come to school tomorrow because they're your parents owe."
Wow.
And then it lasted for a week. And then I went back. And then, of course, I didn't really think, you're 17. You figure, okay, they must have worked it out. It was years later, I was speaking with my mother. She was like, no, we took the money for the mortgage to pay off what we owed for you.
Dang.
And then that's how the house ended up being an issue with foreclosure because that was the one money, using one money to do two things.
Bro, I'll be teared up if she telling me this, bro.
Right.
Like,
so
bro, the second
I didn't even understand that. I was like, wow.
That's wild, bro.
But they really, like I said, they really valued
education.
Their thing was, if someone doesn't want to go to school is one thing, but if they're willing to go and they're able to go, they're not going to have anything in their way. So whatever we can do to get you what you want to do, it's fine.
Well, I know for sure they must be proud of you as to what you have accomplished. And like, you're married, 2 kids.
Yeah.
When did you meet your wife in that journey?
So I met my wife initially the beginning of my second year of law school. My brother was going away.
And where was law school?
I went to law school in Boston. I went to New England School of Law.
Gotcha.
So my brother at the time was working at Mass General Hospital in Boston.
Oh, okay. So he lived that side. He lived in Connecticut.
Yeah, he lived in Connecticut and went to Georgia, ended up in Massachusetts. So when I started law school, I lived with him for the first month.
Okay, dope.
So after my first year, he was decided to go to medical school, which was going to be part in Anguilla, the island in the Caribbean, and then the other part was in Chicago. So he was going away, so I was doing like a little send-off for him. And then I ended up meeting, I was in there, we went out one evening and saw our team, and my brother was talking. I was like, hey, I think that girl's looking at me. And then he was like, yeah, you're right. So I went over, introduced myself.
Wait, at the place, like she's not affiliated with you guys at all.
She was actually on a date with somebody else.
What? Yo,
she was actually on a date with somebody else. So we had a conversation, we danced for a bit, and we exchanged phone numbers. Then we made plans to go out. I want to say that following weekend. And then she canceled on me like the day before, saying, hey, something came up, maybe we do a rain check.
It was Cap?
I was like, all right, cool, no problem. I'm not really tripping over it. Never heard from her again. Fast forward a year and a half, I'm in my last year of law school now, and then I'm on Facebook and I get a DM saying, hey, I think we know each other from somewhere. I don't recognize the picture, but
Wait, how many years after?
A year and a half.
Year and a half, okay.
So I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm saying, my name is Daniel. Maybe we have correspondence. She was like, I think we know each other from somewhere. And then we exchanged phone numbers, and then we begin to talk. And then when we met...
So her number wasn't saved in your phone? Or you had a new phone and the number got deleted?
Yeah, the number got deleted. Because, again, that was like in 2000. When we initially met, it was like 2013. And so now we're talking 2015.
Yeah, like back then numbers that
exactly. I changed phones 4 times since then. I didn't really store anything. So it was after that now when we met and we started talking, she's like, we met in Tavern in the Square. I'm the one that canceled on you, that. I was like, oh, okay, because I still didn't know
what happened.
What happened?
Did she tell you what happened?
Yeah, she told me a couple of times. She was saying that it was kind of like an issue where, well, one, she thought I was married because at the time, my cousin, one of my closest cousins, just got married in Jamaica like 4 months before. So my profile picture was me
the
and
wedding
my cousin.
picture, yes.
Right. So she's in a white dress. I have
an
an off-white linen suit with a pink shirt underneath.
Oh, he married.
Right. So she's looking at that.
Like that's
and I didn't even know that my cousin's wedding colors was like a salmon color.
Right.
So her bouquet matches my shirt. So when she looks on my profile,
that's
on my screensaver, it looks like I'm married.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she was also like, she didn't think that I would have the time to pay attention because I was in school and law school is different.
Gotcha.
So then we began to speak, and I was getting ready to move back to New Jersey because I had graduated from law school and was taking the bar exam for the first time down here. And then we continued to correspond, and throughout the time, she ended up moving to New Jersey.
That's what's up.
And then we got engaged and got married.
What made her move to New Jersey?
I think it was us. Well, she also wanted. She was born in Haiti. Been in Massachusetts since she was 7. Went to college in Massachusetts. So her whole life was always Massachusetts. So she kind of wanted
a change of scene.
Right. And so then now me living in Jersey and going back, now it kind of gave her a reason. Okay, let me explore what Jersey is like. So she came here. She worked in Brooklyn. She worked in Manhattan. She worked in Queens. She worked in Jersey. So yeah.
Okay.
She got a different vantage point. Sorry.
Yeah.
Of the country.
That's what's up. So she kind of saw, and you saw her on your first year of law school or second?
The end of the first year. So it was like a week before the second year started.
So she kind of saw you during your journey.
Right.
Gotcha. That's what's up. Okay. And then, like, how was the relationship during that process? Because she's probably seeing you and your family going through stuff with the financial stuff, and
it was. But also to her family comes from, her father's a cab driver, born in Haiti.
So she understands.
Up here, and he brought his 5 kids up here. So her mother's the same. Like, so she comes from a hardworking family trying to do the best. His father sent her father sent all his 5 cool kids to school, college, driving a cab.
Gotcha.
So
wow.
Right. So he understood.
Hustle, bro.
Right, exactly. He would literally work 7 days a week, 18 hours a day to put his kids to where they needed to be.
That's what's up.
So he understood what it was. So with Altine, it was kind of easy because we came from similar backgrounds.
Yeah. And then, so you graduated law school now, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, you have to take a bar exam, correct? Did you pass first try, or
no? To be honest with you, I've lost count of the amount of times I failed the bar exam.
No way, bro.
So when you talk about obstacles, literally, I want to say it's 8 times. The last time would have made 9.
No way, bro.
But I literally can't remember the amount of times. I took it in 15, 16, 17. Took a break, 18, 19. Did it again in 20. I want to say...
COVID?
Right after COVID, so 21. And I want to say 23. And what year are we in now?
We're in 25.
I took it in 25. And what happens to me is, I tell my father all the time, if I take it and don't pass it is one thing. But then once I see the score... So when I took it in 2024, I missed it by 20 points.
Yeah. And how much thing is a point? How much answer is a point?
Raw score maybe every 2 questions is like 1 point. If you
2 questions, 1 point. Right. Okay.
So
you're close then.
In 2014, I missed it. No, what were we in 25? 2023, I missed it by 20 points. I took it in February of this year. And I missed it by 8 points.
Ay.
And so I'm telling everybody, if I would have missed it by 50 points, I would feel good.
Yes.
But to see 8 points is like, if you retake it again, you don't start off being 8 points away.
Right, bro.
You start off from 0. And it's such a hard climb to get back.
Yeah, dog.
So
and then I just think about yo, bro, just invested over 160.
No, 300 and last check was $365.
$365,000.
I only check once a year because I can't handle I normally check at the beginning of the year. So in January, it was like $365.
$365,000, bro.
Correct.
And then I'm not passing this bar exam. Like,
right.
I feel like what's your emotions? Like, what do you feel, bro?
I get discouraged. I get downtrodden. I feel like it's a waste of my time and my money because I went through all of that just to get to this point. It's like, what was the point in going through all of that if this was going to be
the big hurdle
in my way? Yes. So sometimes when you hear me, even when you hear me speak his church, and I'm talking about Joseph and David, I'm talking about trials and tribulations, like the trajectory of people's life and the things they go through, Moses and a lot of that is me talking to myself because sometimes you literally have to remind yourself that it's a process, you're on the right path, keep going,
bro. But bro, your story is so motivational, bro. Because like, bro, I would have been quit, dog.
Yeah, it's difficult, and then now with family, having
family,
kids,
you gotta keep going.
So
what was your first job? Like, finished law school. What was your first job? Like,
finished
into
law
it now,
school.
like?
I couldn't get a job at ShopRite.
Really? Why though? Was it because
I finished law school? I had my law degree. I had a bachelor's in history and political science. I'm figuring I could get a job being somebody's law clerk, somebody's assistant.
Yeah.
I sent out 10 resumes a day for years.
Did they give any reason why?
No, I wouldn't even get an interview.
What?
It was so bad that I was going to work with my father's company. My father works at
driving trucks.
Party rental.
Dog.
And so when I went to go to party rental, I never forget the thing. I was saying I shouldn't have to go to party rental because I went to law school.
When was law school?
But then I said, I'm living in my parents' attic.
Yeah.
When I need money, I ask my father.
Right.
He uses party rental money to give me. So if I could ask for party rental money, I could work at party rental money. So I go to party rental and applying for the job, which not really applying because my father had worked there for years. So it was a formality. They asked me for my social security number. I give them the number. They said, no way to see the actual card. I said, I don't have it. I'll go home and get it, no problem. I go home, could not find my social security card. Could not find my social security card. I looked up and down. I asked my mom, could not find it. So I had to apply for a replacement card.
Yeah.
So that took
a minute.
Right. During that time, I preached a sermon at church.
Dog, hold on. So you're telling me you graduated, can't find a job, and then now you have to go on that pulpit to preach a sermon to uplift these people, tell them how great God is, and you go through your season where it's like, bro, ain't nothing happening for me right now.
So I'm preaching the sermon.
Yeah.
And during that week, someone that come to me and say, hey, I know somebody's looking for somebody in the law office to help them or whatever.
Oh, bet.
And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm interested in that. But
sorry to cut you. What year is this?
We are in 2018.
So you already took like 2 bar tests already?
No, more than 2. Because I was taking 2 at a time. I was doing New York and New Jersey at the same time.
Oh, okay, good.
So I'm really at like 6 or 7 maybe. Again, I'm honestly telling you, I
lost count. Yeah.
So,
all right.
I remember preaching a sermon, and then was at lunch afterwards, and I got a call from an unknown number. Of course, I don't answer it. So I see a voicemail, and the voicemail was like, hey, my name is... I'm the office manager for this firm, and I know we had reached out to you before, but if you're still interested, we'd like to bring you in for an interview. So I went in, did the interview. The people liked me, and I got the job.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry, my phone had cut off and put on the serve. Yeah.
So I interviewed and I got the job and I started working there in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first legal job. So I graduated law school 2 days before my 25th birthday in 2015, and I didn't have a legal job.
18. Tata. How much years now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 years.
I had applied everywhere. I tried to be a teacher. I wasn't even getting called in for an interview.
Bro, how was your self-esteem, brother?
All time low. I don't know what I was doing, what I was writing.
Damn.
I couldn't figure out anything because it was just hard.
Bro, what do you feel? And then, yo, shout out to Altine, dog. Big up Altine, brother. Altine. Big up Altine in real life. Yo, brother, for 3 years, my youth, without a job, you have a girl looking to
my parents' home.
losing their parents home with you, seeing this. I'm sure, the people that it probably in our ears like, oh, how he don't got no job, blah, 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 blah.
And she was working the whole time.
So
she was paying for everything.
And then
when
you
I mean
feel like
everything, because I couldn't even pay for a haircut. So I was doing odd jobs. One summer in 2016, my cousin, the same one that I told you was talking about earlier, we were talking about putting the car in.
The car, yeah.
Him and my cousin bought a home in Canarsie.
So up in New York there?
Yeah.
Is that where you're married?
No,
okay.
in Brooklyn. So I spent the whole summer working on the house, doing renovations, doing carpentry work. That's how I got into having drills and saws and all that.
So you know about that?
The whole summer of 2016, I was renovating a 3-story house in Brooklyn. But
and you never like pivot like, yo, maybe I should do this. Maybe this is what God called me for.
I was just happy to have money coming in on the regular.
Facts. Damn, bro. Dang. All right. So 2018, you got the interview now. You got the job. What type of? So was it assistant?
I was a law clerk.
Law clerk.
The law clerk is somebody who went to law school, hasn't passed the bar, but works in the law office. So it's like in between a lawyer.
Gotcha.
You're not an intern or a college student. You're a law school graduate.
Right.
But you're not. So generally what happens is a lot of people clerk for a judge or something like that and then go on to practice.
Gotcha.
So it's an intermediate step, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay. And what type of law was that?
At that time, oddly enough, I didn't even know I ended up doing what I was going to end up doing now. I was working at a firm in New Jersey that specialized in employment law, workplace harassment, sexual. So I'll tell you a full circle moment. Full circle moment. So I was doing that. Wasn't being paid very much, but I was glad to be getting paid something to get experience. I left that to work with my friend who had a startup trucking company. That didn't work out. Got a job with the guy I used to work with. His niece had a firm. Worked there for 2 months. COVID hit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So COVID hit. So we're talking March 2020. Got laid off.
Yeah.
You know, did the unemployment thing, COVID assistance. Up until getting married. Got married and all that. Got married September
2020?
21.
21? Okay.
Went on vacation, honeymoon, came back, got a job in 2021 in October at a landlord tenant firm in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Worked there for like a year, but they weren't paying me well, and they were promoting people above me who came after me, and it wasn't a good place.
Yeah.
And I was in a bad point in my life.
Right.
So to tighten up my full circle moment, I decided that I wasn't going to be able to do this anymore, so I started looking for jobs. And then looking for the job, now they tell us that I applied to a bunch of jobs on Indeed, and then I got a phone call from an unknown number. Like, hey, my name is Achesh. I'm working for Phillips Associates. I would like to interview you for a position. I saw an email he sent before I got the message. Played the email, so then I called. Okay, I'm available to interview. Did the interview during my lunch break in my car. We get Microsoft Teams off the phone. He liked me. He was like, okay, I want you to come in for an in-person interview. So I'm still on the job, and I'm like, today's Monday. Can I come in Wednesday? I'll call out on Wednesday to come in. So then he calls me back like 50 minutes later. He's like, hey, I really need you to come in tomorrow. Like, yeah, I'm still working and all that. He's like, okay, fine. Calls back again saying, I really need you to come in tomorrow. So at that time, I was like, already married, have a daughter. I'm like, I need a job, but I'm like,
can't make that risk though.
I'm like, no. So I decided I'm quitting.
Wait, you left the job? You quit the job?
Packed up my stuff, worked out the rest of the day. I sent in my resignation letter Tuesday morning while I was going to the interview.
That's a big face, Jim. Big face, dude. Bro, you got faith, brother, because I would not leave that job.
I didn't want to do it either, but God kept telling me, because I had been praying about my employment situation for over a year. And then during this process, it was like God said to me, were you not praying for this? So what do you want me to do?
Wow, yeah.
So I decided to quit.
Make it easier, like,
right. Right. Make it line up to where I can get my 2 weeks notice and move
right. Right.
No. He was like, you've been praying for this, right?
Right.
So here we are. I went in. I interviewed with Jitesh, who was the attorney hiring me. I interviewed with the owner for the firm.
Yeah.
I interviewed with the office manager. I interviewed with a partner. I did 4 hours worth of interviews.
That day?
That Tuesday. On the train ride home saying, quit my job this morning. I interviewed for 4 hours. I'm like...
Did you tell them that?
Who?
Did you tell them, like, hey, I quit my job to be here? No? Okay.
On the train ride home, like, what did I just do? Like,
and did you tell LT?
This is June 17th. Rent is due in 2 weeks. I got one more check coming in.
Wait, June 17th.
We're June 17th.
Rent June 2 more weeks.
2023.
2023. And you took a bar exam that year too as well. 23rd, yep. And then rent due 2 more weeks. That check that you're gonna get is gonna cover the rent or no? Maybe. Yeah, because you got kids now. you got a daughter now. So
if everything works all right, it'll cover it.
She might need some clothes. She might grow.
Right.
Some
so I remember being on the train ride saying, what on earth did I just do? I have no idea. Why would I decide to take something on and quit and like having a job? I didn't even tell my parents. I saw my mother. I didn't tell my father, because my father would have been like, are you dumb? How can you quit without having a job? No,
yeah. Because he looking at the stability part of it, yeah.
And before I got home, on the train ride,
them call
me and say, we want to offer you the position.
Was a decent one still?
Yeah, it was $25,000 more than I was making a year at my former job.
Praise God, man.
And once I started working there and talking with the church, he was like, yeah, what happened was we had been interviewing for weeks and had a candidate selected, and they wanted to extend him the offer letter. But I met you and did the interview with you in the car, and I took a liking to you. So I told them, hey, I don't want to hire that guy. I want to hire this guy. And they was like, no, but you spent all these weeks interviewing people. Let's go with the guy you know. He's like, no, I want to. I said, okay, fine. If you like him so much, bring him in. Let us meet. If I wasn't able to go
in that Tuesday,
the job would have been gone.
God.
So when you talk about how do I find the energy to keep going, if you will, it's moments like that, because in my mind I didn't even see that. But again, I had been praying since I got the job in Jersey. I hated it, and I wanted to leave so bad, but I couldn't. Again, I'm not gonna leave. I have a wife and a child. Where can I go? So I was trying to find one before I left. And I've been praying about it all year. January. And in June, I got this offer. And it was like, you've been praying for this. This is what you've been praying for. So how I keep going is remembering the moments when, like I said before, I see no form of solution or resolution to this event. I can't even find a way out.
But God made a way.
And then the way presents itself. So it's like,
wow.
You just draw from God. To be
man.
perfectly honest with you, you draw from His faith in you. It's not even your faith in Him. It's His faith in you, because a lot of times I question whether this is unwarranted, and then He shows, no, this is exactly part of the plan. You just don't know how it's going to end up yet.
Right.
And the hardest thing in the world to do is being patient with God.
Yo.
Because there's some dark times.
That's my weakness right there, bro.
When it doesn't look like it's going to work out, and you can't figure out, and you're saying, I'm doing everything. I remember when I was at college, and they told me I couldn't clear for the semester. I'm like, I didn't even want to come to this college. You told me to come to this college. I wanted to go to William Patterson University in Wayne, New Jersey.
Right.
You told me to come here.
You as in who?
God.
Oh, wow.
I said, you told me to come here. And now I'm here and I can't pay for it?
Yeah.
What's the reason for me being here? I would have been fine at William Patterson.
Yo.
The state would have covered my tuition, because I did out of the 2 years at community college.
Yes.
And got free tuition. I'm like, free. I wouldn't even have to owe nobody no money.
Yeah.
Why?
$360,000.
Right. I'm like,
actually more than that, because the past couple of years now. It's probably close to 400.
so that was the thing. I was like,
Yo.
you the one telling me to do all this stuff, and now I'm stuck. But it's at those moments when you're stuck and you feel like there's no alternative, and you're really, 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 really against the wall. That's when it comes through.
That's when it comes to you. Wow. Powerful story, dog. Powerful story, dog.
Man.
So how is life now? Like getting this job?
Yeah, life now is.
And did you promote a couple times?
Yeah,
or?
I've been promoted a couple times at this new job that I'm at.
Yeah.
Started at this firm in August of 2024. Coming up on a year now. Already got promoted.
Dope.
Got a couple pay increases. And it's just been so good. Like,
gosh.
There's sometimes like I got a bonus like a month and a half ago. And I didn't know what a bonus felt like.
Yeah.
And when I looked at it, I was like, I remember when I was in Boston, and I remember having $10.50 in my account.
Damn, bro.
And I remember how I used to go to Boston is like, say, school starts August 12th. I would go August 5th. And the train was $2.50 each day. So it was $5 a day. So I would count
it like that.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, I get my refund check, which is the student loans that give you your housing expenditures.
Right.
So I would count out literally how much to go take the train to and from downtown. I had an internship, unpaid. 3 days of the internship in order to get through Thursday to get my check to start school. So when I go from that to when I see a bonus check, I'm like,
yo,
it was worth it.
Yeah, bro.
But at that, I remember like I
go through that fire.
I had 5 pieces of tilapia for the 5 days of the week till I get to Thursday to get my refund check. So for that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so 3 pieces. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. My dinner was tilapia, white rice, boiled dumpling. So it was 3 pieces left. And it was $10 in the account because I needed that to go
back and forth to school. So we do for lunch and
we get lunch at the job.
Okay.
So in the morning, I made omelets because I had 8 eggs.
Yes.
2 each day. I had 8 eggs, 8 lunch at the job, tilapia for 3 days.
$10 in the account.
Yes, $10.50. I remember it to this day. A Bank of America account. $10.50 in my account. So, to answer your question about how life is now, every now and again I think about that and it feels surreal because I can't believe that this is where I am in life.
Yeah, bro. Let's big up God's truth.
Yes, got to. Got to, because at that time, I couldn't imagine to be where I am now. Yeah. With a wife, 2 kids, living in a nice building, making all right for myself. Like, I couldn't. It seemed so far. I tell people all the time, my bank account was my front pocket. There wasn't enough money to open an account, because they would charge me maintenance fees.
Facts.
I needed that $4.50.
Yeah, facts.
So I closed my account and just kept my cash in my pocket, because I needed that. I didn't have that $4 to give away.
Yo.
So my bank account was my front right pocket for 2016, 17, and 18. It was my front right pocket. That was my
16,
bank
17, 18.
That was my bank account.
Jeez, bro. Jeez,
so now I look back at it, I said, man, what a wonderful God.
Oh my gosh.
What a wonderful God. Because
bro, but yo, God great. And again, shout out to you, dog, because I would have pivoted bad times. I would have what? Shout out to you, bro, for staying on it, dog, and keep consistent and just hold the faith in it.
Yeah.
Cause, bro.
Yeah, it was everything but easy.
God great, bro. Devil a bait, remember that. Alright, so let's wrap up. I have a question for you that so each person leaves a question for the next person.
Okay.
Alright, and you have to answer the question. And then you're gonna you have a question for the next person. Mm-hmm. Alright, what was the biggest tumbling block that made you say like if I'm doing the right thing or if I'm going in the right direction? And I feel like this fits in perfectly with your story. 2018,
I swear to God and everybody that listens, I passed the bar exam. I studied. I was studying 10 hours a day. And I swear, this is the moment. I was in there quoting scripture. I was singing songs. I was writing a sermon while I was in the in the gaps in between the exam session, because it goes from 9:30 to 12:30 and from 1:30 to 5:30. So I was in there in that gap between 12:30 and 1:30 writing a sermon, because I knew
you got it.
I had got it. Then I found out I didn't get it, and I've never been more disappointed in that time.
Did you cry?
Oh yes, like a baby. Like a baby, because I knew for sure me and God had been talking, we had been working, and he was like, yes, my son, now was your time. I'm like, yes, you're right, cool, I have no arguments. And it wasn't. And that stumbling block was learning that my timing isn't God's timing, and it works out whatever in the end, in the betterment of me. Because sometimes now I look back at my journey and I'm saying, had I passed the bar when I wanted to pass the bar, I would have been working at places that wouldn't suit me. So now I'm in a real good environment work-wise. And if I had passed when I wanted to pass, I would have never come across this track.
Yeah.
So at the time, I felt like that was the biggest stumbling block to me, because I'm like, how could you do this to me? But in reality, it was the best thing that was possible for me.
Yeah, I think about that too as well in my life. Like, if God allowed like everything to go the way I wanted it to go, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Exactly.
I probably wouldn't have. I would have had kids, but I probably would have different mothers too.
Oh, for sure. I definitely wouldn't be married to Auntie.
You know?
Because if I would have been in 2015, passed the bar exam, got a decent job, I would have moved to Brooklyn.
Yep, God.
I'd have been running around all about
the place.
Right. Yeah, I would have never been anybody decent.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I wouldn't have been anybody.
Be a whole different person, bro.
So I needed to go through those failures in order to reaffirm my connection with God.
Yes,
so
sir.
now it's to a point where I can't forget it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
had I got that,
and everything
I
is
wouldn't be reliant, because now I'm relying upon him.
100%. And you're way better than before. Like,
by far.
Oh gosh, man.
By far.
So what's the goal now? Like, you not saying you made it, but you're you're stable now. You're not worrying about
Mm-hmm.
like any financial burden as before. So what's the next goal? What's the next obstacle that you have?
The goal is to take the bar exam February 2026.
And
Because
pass
now
it?
I'm at the stage where I can only take it once a year. So it's offered July and February, but now because I've failed it so many times, you can only take it
once a year.
once a year.
And after you take it, and then when you pass, like is like what happens after that?
When we pass in the state of New York, they do a background check about all my finances, all my filings, my whole life. I have to go to a character and fitness, get some people to speak on my behalf, and then I could be admitted. So you pass, and then the following year, you're actually an attorney.
That's your attorney. That's what's up, bro. Bro, I'm proud of you, man.
Jenna,
Proud of you, bro.
as I respect you.
Yeah, man. So, tradition is leave a question for the next person. So, whatever it could be, personal related, business related, guy related, like it doesn't matter. What question would you like to ask the person?
When did you realize what you wanted to do with the rest of your life?
That's powerful. That's powerful. All right, guys, you have it. We're there with the boss, Daniel himself.
It's a good you yeah. Where I come from, far. It's a pleasure to be on your platform, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of you. I'm glad of what you're doing with your life, you and your beautiful family. God
Appreciate
bless
it,
you
bro.
and everyone.
You too, man. All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, respect, dog. That was powerful, bro.
Yes, Papa. Glad we finally get to do
Finally get to tea.
I know it was in the makings for a while.